All right. So, Jared, what was your feeling about subcontract reading training level one before you came to the training?
I was very excited to get into the meat and potatoes beyond the book and understand the concepts and the connections between the numbers.
And how was it actually being on the training with the 5 days?
It met my expectations. It was good. I enjoyed the classroom setting. I'm not really a classroom kind of person. I like to just learn on my own, but having the connection with the people in the class and being able to communicate with them and learn, listen and learn from their stories really helped to solidify it and give me solid examples that I can pull from in the future.
So, what was the change, just the shift from just reading the book to actually coming on the training itself?
The book was good, but I feel like the shift was gaining the understanding. I was reading words, and this is I'm understanding it. The connection, I do feel like there was the bubble, the 5D bubble that we kind of created at the beginning, and that carried forth, and I kind of felt it waning during our little break, and it came back, and so it was just that environment that's been created for learning really helped pull it in to my head.
Yeah. Okay. And what do you take away from the training at the end?
That there's a lot of flexibility, but there's a lot of power in this, and that people need it. And I think I'm excited to be able to hopefully be one of those people to provide it to people.
Okay, thank you. Tajinder,
Hi.
what was your feeling about the work before you came?
I didn't put too much attention to it, to be honest. I was excited to do it. So I came from a space of I've got a lot of signs pointing me this way, and I just wanted to get on here and do this.
And how's it been over the 5 days of transmission?
It's been an incredible journey. Um, just having the confidence to deliver readings so shortly after doing the work. And there was a hell of a lot of work, but it also feels like there wasn't. It's kind of the transmission has been great, receiving receiving the work and then being able to deliver or to delivery has been, yeah, it's been smooth.
Okay. And what do you take away from it at the end?
My take away from this is I feel empowered to be able to help people come to a space of understanding with this work.
Okay, thank you. Sylvia,
Hi.
what was your feeling about the training before you came? Because you've been into the book, I think, hadn't you?
Well, I was always quite interested in the work itself. I haven't read the book, but I had a reading before, and that really opened my eyes to a lot of different possibilities that I hadn't thought before. So that's why I wanted to come to the training to learn more. I I was quite anxious because I didn't know whether I would get the concepts. So to be honest, I was really, really anxious before I started the course.
And how are you doing now after 5 days?
I feel it's been a lot of work in, how you deliver the class. It's been uh, really good. As you said, it's more like a transmission, and I have felt that way. And I felt that after 3 days, something kind of clicked. So it was a lot easier to prepare the readings and to deliver the readings as well. So it just gave me a, a lot of confidence that this is something that is very valuable and is something that I understand. I'm beginning to understand, and I'm happy to continue working at understanding it even better.
Okay, thank you. Gislin, what was your feeling before you came on the training?
I think before I came, there was not really much that I was expecting because I was just open to learning and to see how it was going to be. Yeah, so I was just open to learning.
Okay. And how's it been after the 5 days of the
I think,
transmission?
yeah, I think I am, I'm kind of floating still because I feel the transmission has been so powerful that it is as though like, although there are bits and pieces that we learned, but as though like we know the whole works. And the transmission has been so subtle that I feel confident enough now to pick up, like knowing to pick up what really am I going to say to those clients and not just churn the whole thing out. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Peyton, how's it been for 5 days? How do you feel after the 5 days of transmission?
I feel so much better. I was actually really excited before. During was a little crazy. And I guess right before, but I feel so much better, and I feel like I do have that insight that I was looking for. And that confidence, just a little cushion under my seat, to just help push me forward and support me in going forward with divine healing. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, thank you. Melanie, how were you before you came to the training? How are you feeling about it?
I was excited about it. I mean, I had just found the training at the beginning of May, and so I felt like I didn't really have time to know a lot about the training. I was really excited about what I had learned, and everything was coming in so fast. I was delighted that it was based on Kabbalah, astrology, and tarot, three things that I've been learning and studying. And the Kabbalah piece was like a new connection of a lot of dots for me with this work. So yeah, I was like really felt like it was meant to be, and very happy that I found it when I did, so that I could sign up for the level 1 and then do the level 2 and 3 this year.
Yeah. And so how is it now? How do you feel 5 days later when we've completed it? What do you leave with?
Yeah, it was a lot more than I anticipated. Like, I was really excited about it, but I had no idea the level of detail and just the wisdom, like the ancient wisdom that this was like founded on. It's very like scientific and mathematical, and it all just makes so much sense. I also just really I just really appreciated having you as our guide and teacher. Like, I really loved the way that you taught us. For me, I really picked up, it was just a really good way to learn. It's the way that I like to learn, which is like reinforcing it with writing, taking the notes, and then practicing that. It was really nice too, because we had a small group. I wasn't sure how I was going to do with the overnight piece of it, but I actually had a decent amount of energy most nights, beside that one that I fell asleep. So it really exceeded my expectations in a lot of ways. I didn't realize like the level of resources that were also available on already put together to complement us in this work and this training. So just thank you for all of that. And then it also really opened up my mind to a lot of the additional services and resources that the Center of Consciousness has available to us as we really become like practitioners in this work. So this is the first certification that I've ever been called to be a part of, or to take place, and to ever do a training like this. And I've been doing subtle energy work and studying that for over a decade. So I found it, and after finding it, I feel like your soul will really call you into this work and into the training, and everything happened really quickly after that. So yeah, I'm excited for level 2, and excited to hopefully see some of the people here in our group in level 2. I feel like we've all became like a little family, and thank you to the just mentors and trainers. Like, y'all have been amazing in helping us learn. So
Okay. Thanks, Melanie.